Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here's an interesting little problem. What's happened here is the render has come off and the stone is exposed, and the old mortar, which is literally just clay or mud, has come out. And this is not an important job at all. This is a job that I could leave for years. However, I've got some jobs like this to do which can't be left. But the technique for repairing this is something that I'm learning and practicing. So this is a good piece to practice on. Some of you are going to say, why don't you just bodge some sand and cement and such likes? Well, for a very good reason. This is soft limestone, and if you repair this with a good hard concretey cementy sort of mortar, the mortar then is stronger than the stone. So what is needed in here is what the locals call chaux. Chaux, yeah, I guess I ought to show what chaux is really, didn't I? You mix it up much the same way that you would mix concrete or cement or whatever. Sand, preferably fine sand. Well, I'm going to use some fairly coarse stuff that I've got, and cement, and fleur de chaux, which is fine limestone dust. Now, just by way of proof that this is the right thing to do, written on the wall of the barn, we have got coal, glue if you like, cement, 3 parts of sand, 1 part of cement. Chaux, 3 measures of sand, 2 measures of white chaux, and 1/5 of white cement. Those of you that don't speak French, one of the big differences between English and French is we would say white cement, but in French of course you say cement white. So 3 measures of sand, 2 measures of chaux, and 1/5 of a measure of cement white. So let's knock some up. I have got a bucket here somewhere. Well, that was 3 careful measures of sand. I'd already got water in the bottom of the bucket, which is not actually a bad idea, because when you start playing with this stuff, it's sort of, oh dear, it's horrible. It looks like plaster, doesn't it? And it behaves much like plaster. When you start measuring it out, you need really to wear a mask, I think. Right, well, I've put the 2 measures of chaux and the sort of not really half a measure of cement. The next thing to do is to mix it, or as my chums say, mélanger. Really do need to start learning this language. I sort of spend a lot of time here. So I'm going to mélange le chaux. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit sloppy, so I'm going to do some dodgy tricks to dry that out a little bit. We all know how to do that, don't we? We get an old house brick and put in there, sucks the moisture out a treat. Or what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put it on a bit wet, because what I'm putting it on is dry, and that will suck it on nicely, I think. Well, yeah, this is the now leave it alone moment. I'm quite pleased that it actually stuck because some of that hole was a little bit deep, I thought. But the show has gone in. I've smoothed it over. Uh, yeah, I know that if I try to smooth it again, I shall just make digs in it. So I'm going to leave it like that. This is, after all, a barn. I've got a little bit of show left over, so I'm going to shove it in that one there. Yeah.